We're just waiting for March. They're 6-2 this month. They had just 5 wins in all of February, and Kyrie Irving has led the Celtics in assists in 7 of their last 8 games all this month. How dangerous are the Celtics when it's Kyrie Irving not just scoring like a monster, but distributing the best we've ever seen him in his career?
Yeah, he's assisting at an amazing clip. I think his assists went up, and they're staying in the range of 7 to 12 per game, somewhere in between. And I feel like the healing really started on the road trip. You take that trip out west, you get away from home, and that camaraderie is built. Jason Tatum's birthday, those guys sit down, they celebrate the young fella finally being 21 years old. They go in, get a quality win versus the defending champs, and they really sweep through the Western Conference on that West Coast swing. And then they tapped into something. The foundation, what made them all so special. And now they're just having fun playing. You see Kyrie over there, he apologized for the moodiness that he had during that stretch, showed a ton of growth, and it's just amazing to see that.
You talk about the phrase tapped in. They tapped into finally believing in one another. Kyrie, I'm 21 now. We did this last year without you. We need you. We want you, but we want you to be the type of leader we know you can be, to your question. Now he's assisting. Now he's back scoring. Guess what, Kyrie? We believe in you as a champion again. And I think sometimes we forget as a young team, you get all that success. I thought it was a great point we used Denver.
Yeah.
If you don't know, sometimes you just go out there and play, things happen. It reminded me of the young team in Orlando in '94. We went so far. We didn't know no better. We didn't have that experience yet. So you bring up a great point. But this team had to believe in who they were, what they did last year, and you bring back 2 all-stars that have done it at a very high level. And, of course, Gordon Hayward's not back there yet. So imagine him getting back to form.
Ooh.
Now Kyrie's showing you with his leadership in scoring and passing, he's back to form. And now when the playoffs kick, they've already proven, to your point once again, they can go on the road and win in your building. And when you have that type of confidence and the playoff kicks in, now put pressure back on Brad Stevens. When you say he's a great coach, hey, coach, now all your talent is playing to their ability. Now can you orchestrate and push the right buttons?
Playoffs, talking my language, because it was just 2 weeks ago we looked at the Celtics like, okay, they're nestled into that 5th spot, but whoa, look now, just a game and a half behind the Pacers and the 76ers and moving up to possibly that 3rd spot in the East. So can they realistically catch those 2 teams and get home court advantage in the postseason?
So to catch, 3 games, 3 games, that's possible.
I mean, anything possible, but a lot of things bad have to happen for the Pacers, and I think with Nate McMillan at the helm, I just don't think that they're going to be trending in the wrong direction. I think they're gearing up to play their best basketball going down the stretch also. And, the Boston Celtics are playing extremely well also. Who knows how long Gordon Hayward's going to be down with that. They're going to be super careful on the way that they bring him back from that situation. I don't know if it was just a neck strain or whatever the case may be, but you want him to be available for the second part of the season, which is the playoffs.
Sometimes it's easy to overlook a guy who's a glue guy on a team, but Aaron Baines defensively for the Celtics really seems to provide a difference for them when he's in the lineup. Is he someone that we overlook when talking about the Celtics, because it's easy to look at Kyrie and the things that he brings to the table?
I don't think we overlook it. I know opposing teams don't overlook it because, to your point, he rebounds. And since the theme of the night we started the show with setting screens, he's one of the best 5 men in our game that set screens because it gets the dribbler wide open to come down here and create and attack the defense. So his intangibles for the Celtics are definitely needed. They need him 100% when the playoffs get here.
Him and Adams do a remarkable job of sacrificing their body to get Russell Westbrook open, Paul George open, and you see the same thing with Baines. And also, on the opposing end, they're not so much of a liability. They're able to move their feet.
Shooting threes now.
Yeah, they cover coverages extremely well, so it's amazing to see that also.
Yeah, it's interesting to see a lineup with Marcus Morris, Aaron Baines, and then also Al Horford, those 3 guys in the forward slots, in the center slot, because normally they play small ball with like Jaylen Brown and Gordon Hayward. So it's interesting to see Brad Stevens, as they approach the postseason, tinkering with his lineups.
Yeah, look, it's all about adjustments. It really is. And, he had to do so much last season, specifically with young guys, and now you have more of a stable group of, you got Al Horford, you got Baines back, you got a little experience with Tatum and Brown and Smart with those guys getting all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now it's just a matter of making sure that you make the seamless transition with Kyrie going into the playoffs where he's the ultimate closer for you guys?
Well, the Los Angeles